were to think about the Pokemon anime, one of the first things that would come to your mind would be the protagonist, Ash Ketchum. Ash is a very recognizable character, and most of the time, a likable person as well. But some series and a few movies had him as a better character than others. So in today's video, I'm going to rank all the Ash Ketchums from worst to best, based on personality. In last place, I chose Ash from the Pokemon Black and White anime series. Usually in a Pokemon series, Ash makes the story better, or at least doesn't harm it. But in this series, Ash made it so much worse. Him being immature and feeling like a new trainer again, but even worse from the original Ash, was so annoying. He forgot everything he learned in the past few series, and it was so irritating to have to see him relearn everything again. In ranking, I'd give this Ash a 1.5 out of 10. In 8th place, I chose the Advanced Generation Ash. For the most part, Ash was a good character with an okay personality, but sometimes his overconfidence and ego was definitely something that worsened the series. The worst part about this is that he didn't even change until the Battle Frontier, so he had to endure 3 seasons of arrogance. This Ash didn't have a big effect on the series, but it was a little bothersome at times. This Ash would get a 3.5 out of 10. In 7th place, I chose the Johto Series Ash. This was in all a decent Ash. He didn't make the series worse at all, and he had become much more respectful and really matured since the original series, unlike any other. He just couldn't make the series much better from just him. He was still a likable and recognizable Ash Ketchum though, so in ranking, this Ash would get a 6 out of 10. In 6th place, we have the Alola variation of Ash. This Ash was definitely a step back in trying to always win, especially from the XY and XYZ anime. And do I like this? Well, I'm fine with it. This Ash was still more chill than others and acts more like a kid. But he's much more relatable than other Ashes, so he's a good choice for the easygoing Sun and Moon style that the writers were definitely going for. So in ranking, I would give this Ash a fine 7 out of 10. Coming in 5th place, I chose the Ash that started it all. If you watch the original 2 seasons of the Indigo League, you'll find that Ash was much more comedic in this series.
How long are we gonna have to sit here like this?
I know it seems boring, but if we're really quiet, maybe it'll only take another hour.
As long as you're quiet, I don't care if we're here another 2 hours.
He was a fun variation of the character, but the reason why he's not as good as some other Ashes is because he didn't know much about Pokemon and wasn't as mature or smart as them. In ranking though, I would give this Ash a nice 7.5 out of 10. Coming in 4th place, I chose the newer Ash from the movies. This Ash perfectly encapsulates the original Ash, but developed him much faster. This is a fine thing though, as he's a timeless character who both kids and longtime fans can enjoy this time. The thing holding him back though from the top 3 is that there's not enough time to develop all the details for him so you can really like the character, but you can't get invested in him. In ranking, this Ash would get an 8 out of 10. Coming in the top 3, I chose the current Ash in Pokemon Journeys. Everyone seems to love this Ash, but I think there are a few things that he can improve on. First of all, he barely acknowledges his past and doesn't really learn from it. Second, he doesn't strategize as much as he used to. But on the good side of him, he's much more determined to win than in Sun and Moon, and contains a small hint of XY and XYZ Ash in him. In ranking, this Ash would get an 8.5 out of 10. In 2nd place, there's the most unique Ash from XY and XYZ. This Ash definitely acted more mature than before, and that can be fine. The reason why he was so praised is because he was so different and came out after Black and White. But as a standalone protagonist, he's still great. He's not just a protagonist that can stay in the Pokemon anime for a while before starting to feel and get a little worse. It was a good thing that he was only there for 3 seasons. But in ranking, he would get a 9 out of 10. And in 1st place, we have the Diamond and Pearl Ash. He seems like the ultimate icon for the Pokemon anime by being both fun and smart. He was always strategic and used everything at his disposal. He seemed to have learned everything from his past and was a great way to represent one of the best Pokemon series in the anime. Overall, a great solid protagonist. So in ranking, this Ash would get a perfect 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Put your ideas and opinions down below, and I will see you next time.